Hello again and welcome back. Today's episode, Debunking Parents, from an antinatalist perspective. But it's just a perspective. How can it be true? And why am I wasting my time and yours? It's true because the premises of antinatalism are true and the conclusion follows necessarily. Then it's logical and it shouldn't be just a perspective. At least it should be the perspective or the truth of the matter that we might choose to just ignore or live our lives with the moral decision that we derive from the conclusion itself. Let's start first of all with the collective imagination of the value of parents. It's a collective imagination because it's not a fact, because a fact should be demonstrated. Alright then, the collective imagination says that parents are to be respected, loved, even worshipped, not like worshipped, but you know what I mean. Treated with utmost devotion and utmost compassion, tolerance, and even life dedication and things like that. But the question is, as always, why is that? Why is that the case? Because religion says so? Because my God says so? Well, I'm not gonna look at the perspective of religion here because we need first of all to demonstrate that religion is true in order to give credit or give weight to any of its claims. So we're just gonna see the reason behind it, independent of what religion says. Well, our parents are sacred because they took care of us, love us, they nurtured us, they nursed us, they protected us, they provided for us, the list goes on. But I have an objection here, and I hope you follow. How can you love, or how can you protect something, or how can you take care of something that does not exist? I know it's absurd, but just follow me. As far as I am concerned, my existence is not necessary. Them giving birth to me was never actually necessary, but they actually choose. Not actually choose because there is no free will. Anyway, their collective past experiences led them to make that decision. And we should treat people as though they have free will. Other than that, we will just have chaos in society and we will not be able to judge anyone on that basis. So my existence is not necessary, neither is it eternal. My existence started on time because of them. And even though I know that I was always meant to exist because of determinism, which actually makes my existence is necessary, but in this case, we should actually judge people as though they have free will. Rather than that, you know what would happen. If we judge people according to determinism, we wouldn't have prisons, we wouldn't have morality, we wouldn't have codes of behavior, we wouldn't have anything at all. So we must definitely treat people as though they have free will and they are free beings in order to advance in morality, in order to advance in ethics, in order to make the world a better place. So on that basis, it was their decision to bring me to existence. It was their decision to have a family. Therefore, I can only ask, why should I put a halo on their heads? Why is there a big show about the true value of mothers and fathers? If I should be thankful, then my existence must be necessary, that I must definitely be, or I should be eternal, that I always have been. But since none of those is actually the case, why should I be thankful? How can I be thankful to my parents while I never was? And now that I am, it's only because of them. If I don't complain, they should be thankful. The world is horrible, and I have every right to do so. I simply don't understand it. You decide to bring me to existence, and then you brag that you took care of me. You brag that you fed me and nursed me. You brag that you protected me and loved me. What is this? If you're not ready to do your responsibility, I do not ask to be born. And nobody can ask to be born. Parents simply sound so stupid saying that. And as far as I'm concerned, there is always something in it for you. So you kinda have an investment here, and you're not doing anything for free. This really sounds like parents' issues. What should we do then? You kinda feel that you have a desire to blame someone. But if you blamed your parents, they would also blame your grandparents. And your grandparents will blame their great-grandparents. And we get a regress all the way towards the biogenesis. But the biogenesis itself is just born or formed, whatever you want to say. So In what can we blame our existence? If the biogenesis could blame it on something, that would be the suitable conditions for life. So if we should blame something, blaming our parents would make us blame also our grandparents, all the way towards the first cell. The first cell would blame it on the biogenesis would blame it on the suitable conditions for life. The suitable conditions for life would blame it themselves on the existence of the universe, and the existence of the universe would blame it on the Big Bang. And the Big Bang cannot blame it on anything, because we cannot go before the Big Bang. It's impossible. It's impossible physically, but how about philosophically? I don't know. I simply don't. Anyway, I just wanted to not get the wrong idea about your parents giving birth to you. They cannot do it for your own sake, because you cannot exist yet. However, they have plans for you. I mean, you do not exist yet. However, they are planning things to do with your presence in their family. They're planning ahead in your future, and how your future shall affect their lives positively, of course, because people are optimists, and if they were not optimists to begin with, they would never have given birth to you. Pleasure is simply the master of creatures. So can I please just state some reasons behind your parents, or parents in general, giving birth to you? Well, I have a full list. Loneliness. You know what that is? People are social creatures. They crave social bonding. They're just afraid to stay lonely. Pleasure of parenthood, satisfying religious doctrines, need of servants and economic growth, satisfying an ambition in seeing it fulfilled in your children's life, fixing marriages, sustaining marriages, investments, taking care of your kids makes them an insurance and a retirement plan in the future, fitting in society, gaining social approval, competing against your peers, conserving a political position, conserving a social position, strengthening relationships between families, and of course satisfying the biological needs, which rewards you with pleasure again. So we have all of this, and you think that your parents love you. No one can love something external. We love only the pleasure that the external give us. Thus, we love only ourselves. Your parents have done the most horrible thing that could be done to you. Bring you to existence. But how can I be brought to existence if I do not exist yet? Well, you understand what I'm saying. I'm limited with language, but aren't we all? And if this is an accurate example, I can only think about all of the examples that I cannot say, that I cannot think about. God damn. I think we can never express ourselves fully because we are always limited by language. Our love is biological. It's hard to escape it. Evolution made our relationship tight to increase the rate of survival. Each time we interact positively with our parents, we get hits of pleasures. Dopamine, which makes us anticipate the reward and motivate us towards doing something or behaving in a certain way towards our parents. Oxytocin, which makes our bond strong. Serotonin, which actually just makes the mood stable when I am with my parents or my loved ones. And it's also the same thing with them. It goes both ways. I know this is rather a deep materialistic view of our existence, but it is what it is. I really wish it was otherwise, but the brain is really what we are, even if we don't like it. It's still true. However, even if we know that our trip in this world is meaningless, that's never a reason to not enjoy it. See you in the next one, and take care.